The World Food Programme's country strategic plan includes linking smallholder farmers to the private sector industrial food processors to mop up the excess from cereals to produce a special blend of nutritious foods to reduce stunting among children. GBC24, Oferiwa Darko, reporting.
The Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, GBC, plans to run some of its existing channels as commercial after the government has outlined the public service broadcasters' mandate. When the Advertising Association of Ghana, AAG, called on management of the corporation in Accra, they discussed how to improve on their relations.
The Acting Director General of GBC, Mr. Augustus Yamson, said when the new policy is implemented, GBC will need the association's assistance to keep the corporation running.
The Advertising Association of Ghana was at the Broadcasting House to compare notes, work together, think together, and plan on how to move the advertising business to the next level and strengthen its relationship with the public service broadcaster. For many years, the AAG has partnered the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, GBC. Even though GBC is a public service broadcaster, it carries out dual functions of public service and commercial on occasions, and therefore the need for the collaboration. The president of the association, Mr. Togbo Mensah, promised that the association will always stand by GBC.
We are the marketing wing of GBC because we bring all the business that we do. Yes, advertising, either 90% of all advertising that comes out of GTV or radio is from members of Advertising Association. So we need to work together and must continue to work together. And if we want more of the business that we do, because you are supposed to be the leaders, it is very important for you to continue to be part of our programs. And we think together and work together.
The Acting Director General of GBC, Mr. Augustus Yamson, said the corporation appreciates the relationship with the association and that it will continue with the alliance.
We may even contract a business from you. All of a sudden, there's going to be a government program. We have to preempt. Sometimes we don't even tell you. And your program, you expect to see your program, and you see that your program is off air. And we were told that, oh, because of the government program, this has hurt most of your people. And they have stopped business with us. Our operational expenses is so huge that we need money to meet our operational expenses. And you are the ones who to support us. So we rely on you and we depend on you for your support. And I believe that when we get the support, you will also be happy that GBC is moving forward.
The Advertising Association of Ghana, AAG, encouraged management to send some staff to take part in the International Advertising Association's 3rd African Leadership Conference on the 20th and 21st of May 2019 in Accra, referred to as Africa Rising.
Of the Western region are dry, and one of the hardest hit institutions is the Beidou Bonsua Senior High School.
The students have no choice than to skip classes to go in search of water.
Well, now, since residents in Aguna Nkwanta have been without water, residents, including school children, have to walk long distances or even skip classes in search of water. The situation is affecting the smooth running of businesses in the town as well. Students of the Beidou Bonsua Senior High School are also without water. The students have to walk long distances to find water for their daily use. Some have resorted to the reliance on sachet water.
The water situation in the school has become a very big problem. As you can see, this stuff here is not working. Yeah, in fact, it's very difficult for us to get water. We sometimes run away without an exit to town, go for water.
It's very bad to the extent that people go out of the school, to the extent of going even far away from the school to get water.
The senior headmaster of the school, Mr. Mark Daniels, said the situation is affecting the running of the school. He appealed to the Ghana Water Company to solve the crisis as soon as practicable.
They came laying the pipes, and then later they stopped and said they have not heard from them. Even though they brought a letter that they will come back, I would have not heard from them about 3 years ago when they brought the letter. The depth of the wells aren't that deep. So that during the rain season, when the water table is down, you hardly will get water from the wells. Then, coupled to that, when the boreholes break down, that's when things get worse. You have to go and fetch water from somewhere.
To the Ghana Water Company to solve the crisis as soon as practicable.
They came laying the pipes, and then later they stopped and said they have not heard from them. Even though they brought a letter that they will come back, I would have not heard from them about
The Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, Professor Ebenezer Odruosu, says building stronger institutions is the only way Ghana can flourish and leave a legacy for posterity.
At a forum in Accra on Tuesday by the JICA Alumni Association of Ghana, Professor Odruosu said heads of institutions owe it a duty to be decent, transparent and accountable at all times.
Right from the 1920s, Ghana and Japan have enjoyed good relations. Through the link with the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, over 4,000 Ghanaian students have so far benefited from various scholarship programs in fields such as health, education, tourism, agriculture, energy, trade and investment, finance, human resource, among others.
I trained in the Hospital Pharmacy 1 program. It was for 3 months, and I learned a lot. It is a training that is geared towards clinical pharmacy training in Japan. So Ghanaians and other participants were taken through everything that the clinical pharmacist in Japan does. It was a holistic thing, and it was very helpful for me.
In 1991, the beneficiary students formed the JICA Alumni Association of Ghana, JAGA, to strengthen the relationship between the two countries. But this did not survive due to financial constraints. The association was relaunched in 2017 to pool the expertise and knowledge gained from the training to support the country's development.
The Japanese believe in one thing, time management, and making sure that whatever they do achieve a positive result. So we are meeting to discuss that and see how best we can synergize that into and incorporate that into the Ghanaian economy.
The Vice Chancellor of the University of Ghana, Professor Ebenezer Odruosu, also a beneficiary of the training in Japan, encouraged his fellow alumni to remain disciplined and hold on to the values acquired from their training to transform Ghana's economy.
Once you leave Japan, you have certain values that you cannot discount. These are values of truthfulness, honesty, integrity, and hard work. We were not taught to be corrupt. We were not taught to be taking 10%. We were not taught to be doing things haphazardly. We were taught to be decent, transparent, and accountable to whatever we do.
The Chief Director at the Office of Civil Service, Mr. Gordon Brock, was optimistic that if used properly, the education received will be of invaluable support to Ghana's development agenda. He believes that JAGA would also serve as a platform to provide feedback to JICA on how to improve the training modules. Salome Tete, GBC24, Accra.
It was again time for the chiefs and people of the Kpikpira traditional area in the Upper East region to thank God for a successful farming season and to seek divine guidance for better years ahead. This was at their annual Danjua festival, where the traditional ruler Naba Danzuri called on all to help protect the environment for posterity and improve livelihoods. As an example, people of Kpikpira, which at the heart of Imoba land,
the education
do not
received
win
will
sand
be
by
of invaluable
digging,
support
but only
to
collect
Ghana's
what the small
development
rivers
agenda.
wash up
He
on the
believes
banks.
that
Napoleon
JAGA would also serve as a platform to provide feedback
Kpikpira
to JICA
is in the Tempani district of the Upper East region, the pulse of the Imoba tribe. In keeping with history and traditions, the chiefs and the people of Pipira mark Danjua every year. It is a festival dear to them, as it reminds them of the tenacity, willpower and fortitude with which they braced challenges before settling at various permanent locations in Africa. In Ghana, the hub of Bimoba people is a location in between the Upper East region and the newly created Northeast region. Some of the notable towns where they live are Garu, Tempani, Bimbago, Nakpanduri and Bumburugu.
The culture of a people. This endows and binds the natives of Pipira in the Upper East region and by extension the ethnic group called Bimobes. There might be a strong minority group in Ghana, but their universal form actually underscores the fact that it is a large and strong monolithic force. They trace their ancestry or their roots to prehistoric Malian Empire, but they actually straddle a number of countries such as Ghana, Togo, Benin, Burkina Faso, and
in harnessing the tourism potentials of Bimoba land in the north as a whole.
I want to appeal to Madam Kwandu that if you look at the road from Boga through Boku to Garu to Congo to Widana to Bugri to Kwikura to Denugu, it is terrible. We would feel that the government should try and do something to assist us. Refugees cross from Burkina Faso to Ghana. We need support from the Regional Coordinating Council to help take care of these refugees.
Dignitaries present included a Deputy Attorney General and Minister for Justice, Mr. Dindiot Pemka, the Chairman of the People's National Convention, Mr. Bernard Mona, the Regional Minister Designate for Northeast, Mr. Solomon Boa, and the Upper East Regional Minister, Madame Paulina Patience Abayage.
One of the worst canker we are experiencing is the indiscriminate disposal of polythene bags, water sachets. Anywhere you pass, you will find them, and my skin runs when I see them. I am requesting the traditional authorities, please get your communities to do cleaning. Pick up the rubbish that you find in your own communities. Set days aside and go around and pick them and burn them.
A day after the Danjua, the chief of Pipira also crosses the border into Togo to meet Togolese Bimobes, who are also his subjects. He entered this territory with some items, a donkey and a red cock, to thank the gods at a shrine. There are also 35 kola nuts, to which he mentions clan names for their representatives to collect one each. Only some specific people accompanied the chief to the shrine to perform rites. The news crew was told our cameras would cease functioning should the crew attempt to come to the shrine. Strangers must perform rituals before they can go to the shrine, where they can confidently expect answers to any call they made. It is claimed that a person will die if he or she is hit with a stick from the shrine. The mystical powers appear demonstrated when a strike to the donkey sent the animal to the ground. Donkeys are believed to be sacred, so they are blindfolded before being killed. Otherwise, the spirit of the animal would hunt its killers. Napoleon Atukito, Pipira, Upper East Region.
Ghanaian ethnomusicologist and composer, Emeritus Professor Joseph Hansen Kobnanketia has died. Reports say the renowned writer died at the Legon Hospital in Accra on Wednesday morning after a short illness at the age of 97. Professor Kobnanketia was born on June 22, 1921 at Mampong in the Ashanti region. He trained as a teacher at the Presbyterian Training College, the Kopong Equiapem, where he later taught and was appointed acting principal in 1952. Some well-known choral works include Adanse Krong Krong, Morbid Ascena, Nase, and Monkamfuno. Other vocal works with piano accompaniments include Yano Muntie, Onipa Dasani, Aye, Onipa Beyebi, Yadom, Heneba, and a host of others.